So hello guys, welcome to today's session. In today's session I'm going to be discussing about my trading strategy and how to combine the trading strategy with the zone. In our last video I discussed on how to identify the 5 major zones we have that the smart money reacts from. So today I'm going to be explaining on how you can combine the trading strategy with the zone to form your strategy or to trade properly in the forex market. For example, let's say this is the zone, this rectangle right here. Let's say this is the zone, this is the zone you have identified. This zone can be imbalance, it can be equal candle close, it can be 3-week liquidity, it can be order block, and it can be SND supply or demand zone. So after you have identified your zone, the next thing you have to wait. Now how do you mark this your zone? Let's say for example price is at this level. Price is at this level right here. It's at this level right here. Now what you are going to be doing is for you to go to your chart. I'm trying to give you an illustration on how it works, then I'll go to the chart and show you examples. So you're going to go to your chart and look above and below what smart money zone can you see. Just look for either imbalance, equal candle close. You go to my last video, you will see I explain everything in details. Now identify any smart money zone you find at the top and below the current market price. This is when you are doing your analysis. Right? So let me say this can be 6 o'clock in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning, or this can be weekend. If you are a swing trader, this can be during weekend. For example, this is your current market price. This is where price at the moment when you are doing your analysis. Now what you're going to be doing is for you to mark your smart money zone above the current market price, then go below the current market price and mark another zone that you can see that you found on the chart. Now what you're going to be doing right now is that you're going to wait for price to go to any of these zones, either above or below. So if you can be looking at your chart, let me say once every hour, or once every 2 hours, or once every 4 hours, or once every 30 minutes, depending on the type of trader that you are, it's fine. But if you are using TradingView or other trading alert that you have, that is completely fine. Now what you're going to be doing is for you to wait for price to come to any of those zones. Now let me show you how the strategy works. Now let me see, this is where price are. This is the current market price. Now when the market open, price will start going towards any of these zones in form of a structure. Now price is going to be going higher high, higher low, 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 higher high, higher low. Now when price tap into this zone, you are going to wait for market to change character. Now for market to change character, this low has to be taken out. This low right here, let me see if I can mark it properly. This low right here have to be taken out. Now price has to break this low. Now let me see, price has to break this low right here. If price break that low, this is a change of character, but this is not a valid change of character. Now for a valid change of character to be created at this zone, what you have to see is for the market to create a structure. Now for the market to create a structure, price has to gives you a bearish structure. I don't know if you guys understand me correctly. If you have any question, drop it in the comment section. Now when price comes to the zone, price has to give us a valid structure for we to confine this a valid break of structure. Now first of all, this is a break of structure. Right here. Now for this break of structure to become valid, it has to create a structure that is proving, that is showing that price is going, that confirm that price is going to the downside. Now when this structure is confirmed, that is where you are going to wait for price to come back, retrace back to any of the smart money zone you can find again. Then you trade off from that place, and your take profit can be the next smart money zone, or the next low, or the next liquidity, or whatsoever. This is how the strategy works. Now, and the same thing happens when it comes to a bearish scenario. Now let's take for example, this is the current market price. This is the current market price. Now when price is going down, let me take for example, this is a bearish scenario. Price is going to the downside. When price is going to the downside, it's going in a series of lower lows and lower highs. Now when price get to the zone that you have marked during when you are analyzing your chart, you are going to wait for price to change character. Like as I said earlier, price will change character, but you're going to wait for a valid change of character, which is when price create a structure. Now when price create this structure, now this structure has now been created. This is an ABC valid structure. The price is in an uptrend. Now this is a trend, this is a structure. Now when this structure is created, now you are going to now wait for price. You are going to identify another smart money zone that you can find right here, and wait for price to trade back into that smart money zone, then you look for your entry criteria, then for you to buy to the upside. This is just a simple strategy that this is this is how the strategy works right here. When it's in an uptrend, I have given an example when it goes to the uptrend. This is an example on how when it goes to the downtrend. Now the next thing I want to talk about is we have when price come to this place. When price come to this zone, price can change character in three different forms. And I'm going to explain all of this thing in details. In three different forms. Now price can change character with a very rally, a very drop to the downside. It can be a single candle drop to the downside. If something like this happen, then you're going to look for your smart money point of interest at the extreme end right here. It can be equal candle close, it can be weak liquidity or whatsoever. Now wait for price to retrace back. Now when price break out with this rally to the downside like this, now what are you supposed to do now? You are going to wait for price to create another ABC to confirm the price is going down. Now, but because this price break out with a rally to the downside, what you're going to be doing is for you to look for extreme point of interest where price is going to go to. Now price have to retrace back to this place. This is where patience is very important in the forex market. You're going to wait for price to retrace back to this place, then you wait for your entry criteria to be met, then you take your sell to the downside. And the second scenario is price will change character with rally based rally. Let's say there is a very bearish candle right here, then there is another small candle right here before another bearish candle. Now what you're going to be doing now at this point, your smart money point of interest is this small candle at the middle. This is a supply, or this can be a supply or demand zone. Now this is an SND zone. Let me just call it an SND zone. I don't like giving you all these fancy names of stuff. So now what you're going to be doing is for you to wait for price to retrace back to the small candle right here. That is, we have big bearish candle, small bullish candle, and then another big bearish candle right here. Now what you're going to be doing is for you to wait for price to come to that SND zone. Then you wait for your entry criteria before pushing price to the downside. This is the second scenario that can happen when price get to the zone. The third thing that can happen is change of character with trend. Now when price comes to this place, it can change character with multiple trend. This is where the change of character happens. Now price can change character with trend right here. Now when price change character with trend, what are you supposed to do now? Because when price change character with trend like this, it's going to be a multiple point of interest that you will want to, that price will want to react from. Now in this case, that you have to switch. If you are let me say you are on the daily time frame, you're on the daily time frame, you mark your zone on the daily time frame. Now this your trend is going to be on the 5 minutes time frame, on the 5 minutes time frame. Now if the change of character happens on the 5 minutes time frame, you have to switch to the 30 minutes time frame. To the 30 minutes is the rule. The 30 minutes is the rule of 6. The rule of 6. You have to switch to the 30 minutes time frame to look for any, because since the change of character happens in form of trend, series of trend, you cannot mark any specific, because there's going to be multiple smart money point of interest right here. So you're not going to know the specific one to mark. So you're supposed to switch to the rule of 6, which is the 30 minutes. Now look, then when you switch to the rule of 6, you're going to see any specific zone to mark on that 30 minutes. Now you're going to wait for, let me say, if you mark the 30 minutes, definitely you're going to see one specific point of interest to react from. Now you're going to mark that point of interest and wait for price to come to that point of interest, and then you look for your entry criteria for you to take price to the downside. Now this is the 3 scenarios that can happen when price come to the zone. So I'll go to the chart and show you some of the examples. Like as I said earlier, my trading view is giving me some issues because I'm trying to pay with my Visa and it's not working. So I'll be let me say till next week I'll try to get a MasterCard from my bank so that I can use it to pay for the trading view, because I will need a replay tool for me to give some details examples of what I'm about to do. But I'm going to try my best, because some of you guys are on my neck with this mentorship. So I'm trying my best to give you guys as many values as I could before my trading view will be up. So let me just I'll go to my chart soon to explain everything in details. Now I believe by now you guys will have understood the concept of the strategy. Now let's go to different time frame you can combine to trade this strategy. Now let's go to different time frame you can combine. Now this is the zone. This is the zone. This is the zone. Now let me say, if you want to day trade, like you want to trade on the daily time frame, you're going to mark this zone. We are going to mark this zone on the daily time frame. You are going to mark this zone on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you are going to mark this zone on the daily time frame. Going to mark this zone on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame. Now your trend to this point can happen on 2 time frame, which is the rule of 180, the rule of 180, and the rule of 1440. So the rule of 1440 is going to be either 1 minute or 5 minutes. So it depends on the one that you want. But for me, I prefer using the 5 minutes. I prefer using the 5 minutes to trade to look for setup. So I'll go to the 1 hour time frame and mark my zone on the 1 hour time frame, then switch to the 5 minutes and wait patiently for price to get to that zone. Either it can be a support zone or a resistance zone. That the one at the top is the resistance, the one at the bottom it can be a support zone. Now when price get to the resistance zone, let me say in this case this is a resistance zone. Now when price get to this resistance zone, I'm going to switch to the 5 minutes time frame. You can use the 1 minute time frame or the 5 minutes time frame. I'm going to switch to the 5 minutes time frame, then look for your change of character. Now this is if you are trading if you are marking your zone on the daily time frame. On the daily time frame, you're going to use either 5 minutes or 1 minute for your setup. This is the change of character. Now the second one is if you are trading on the weekly time frame. Like me personally, I normally trade on the daily and weekly time frame, but most especially I like trading on the weekly time frame. Now if you are trading on the weekly time frame, the rule of 180 on the weekly time frame is around 40 something minutes, but approximately let me say that is 1 hour, or you can use 30 minutes or 1 hour depending on the one you want to use. But for me, most especially, I use 30 minutes. But the rule of 180 on the weekly time frame, the rule of 180 on the weekly time frame is approximately 40 something minutes. But me, I use 30 minutes. If you wish to use 1 hour, it's still fine. Then the rule of 1440 is on the weekly time frame is approximately 5 minutes. So when you are trading on the weekly zone, your setup your setup your setup is going to be coming from, you're going to mark your zone on the weekly, but your setup is going to come from either 5 minutes or 30 minutes depending on the one you want to use. Like personally, for me, I prefer using the 5 minutes because it makes the trading more quicker and all of those stuff. So if price when you're using the 30 minutes, when you're using the weekly zone to mark your zone, the weekly time frame to mark your zone, which is going to be done on every weekend, you're going to switch to when price get to that zone, you're going to switch to either 5 minutes or 30 minutes depending on the one you want to use, which is the rule of 6 or the rule of 180 or the rule of 1440 to look for your setup. Now then, if you are trading on the monthly, let me forget about the monthly because you don't need it for now. And I think this is everything you need to know about the strategy. Now very soon before I go to the chart to show you some of the examples, let me show you guys something. Now basically this strategy I'm teaching you guys is my SM reaction. Now normally I have two strategies. I have SM order flow, and SM reaction. This one I'm teaching you guys is SM reaction. Now the SM reaction, you can only trade this SM reaction only for reversals. So you can only trade this SM reaction only for reversals, and it's also profitable as my SM order flow. The only difference is that, like with SM smart money reaction strategy, you are only supposed to trade the change of character. Or if price is going to the if price is coming to the downside, what is wrong with these stuffs? If price is coming to the downside, you're only supposed to trade If price is coming to the downside, you're supposed to trade the change of character to the upside, then push price to the upside. Now when it comes to the SM order flow, smart money order flow, if price happens to come to the zone, if price change character, we are going to look for entry to push price to the downside. And if price decide that you want to continue to the upside, break the zone and continue to the upside, we are also going to look for entry to push price in the direction. Now I'm going to be explaining the SM order flow in my private mentorship. But if you are a beginner, I believe this SM reaction is enough for you. But if you want to extend your knowledge, you can just combine. Like for me, I combine the two. The only difference is that when you are combining the two together, you tend to have like more setups. You tend to have more setup from one single zone, and again, you don't have to that. Just one of the benefits. You tend to have more setup from one single zone, but both of them, their win rate is the same. almost the same, 80 to 85% win rate. So that is it for the SM. That's one of the things I need to like let you guys know. So but basically I'm going to be teaching you guys the SM reaction. So if you want to learn the SM order flow, you can message me on WhatsApp to join my private mentorship. But I strongly believe that with SM reaction you are good to go. You are good to go. So that is it for this thing. For I believe you guys understood everything I taught you guys in the mentorship. Now let's go to my chat so that I can, in the next video I'm going to be going to my chat. I don't want to make this video too long. As you guys can see on my record, it's already 20 minutes. So before I can go to my chat now, it's going to take a lot of time. That's one of the things I noticed. Now I'm going to do the next video is going to be the part 2 of this one, which I'm going to be explaining on my chart step by step on on everything you need to know, like giving guys an examples. Although I'm not going to take your times on that one because I'm going to be giving you guys examples, but most especially I'm going to be using live chat to teach you guys everything you need to know about the strategy. So goodbye for now. So if you are watching this video on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel and like, share it as me that want to learn how to trade forex completely for free. As remain your boy Elisavi, and I always come out with another valuable content for you guys on daily basis as much as possible. So thanks and see you on the next one. Bye for now.